Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd, and welcome back to another episode of our Washington Redskins Madden 20 Connected Franchise Series. And that episode is finally here, the offseason, baby. This is going to be a very, very important offseason, and an offseason where we're going to have to retool, man. You see the overall 87s across the board heading into the offseason. We'll see how everything kind of shakes out at the end. This is our current roster, a ton of X factor when it comes to our skill positions. We have our receiving core, I think, pretty much intact, but there's a ton of wide receivers in this draft, 7 of them to be exact, that are projected to go round 1. So we'll see if we do a reach there. I doubt it, but we'll see what happens there, man. Running back position is a position that I think maybe we can add some extra depth, just because Darius Geis, he has shown he's a little injury prone, and he is 27 years old. We're not looking to move on from Geis, but maybe we add another running back just to the core. Samaje Perine's a little older as well. Maybe that could be beneficial to us. Quarterback spot, maybe we look to address a second quarterback. I think Clint Porter might be shipped out this offseason. Maybe we hold on to him a little bit longer. He is a superstar, man, 24 years old. But of course, we have Dwayne Haskins, who's an X factor. He's only 27 years old. But remember, I know a lot of you guys keep saying trade Haskins. There is, let me get the exact number since we went to the offseason. I want to say an $80 million penalty if we get rid of him. So that is going to be $86 million penalty. That's even if we trade him, guys. Even if we trade him, we are on the hook for $86 million. That will destroy. You see our cap space is at $6 million. That would destroy anything if we did it. Like, it'll basically break the game, man. So we can't move on from Dwayne Haskins right now. So he's our quarterback. He is our guy. Clint Porter, though, that does mean it opens up the door. We can either hold him or we can move him. I definitely think we can get a first-round pick for Clint Porter. So that is definitely an option. When it comes to the offensive line, we have Will Sampson. I believe Sampson could be going into maybe the last year of his contract. He is. So we have Will Sampson that maybe we want to go elsewhere. I think he's been okay for us. Dallas Herbert, my guy, Josh Aquaviva, he's not going nowhere. We could use a right guard because Stewart is actually a right tackle that we moved to right guard. So we could use a traditional right guard, maybe help us in the run game a little bit better. And then we have Pendleton, who's actually a 76 overall. He has the +3 morale. So maybe, you know, we can add some depth to the right guard spot, maybe right tackle spot, maybe a backup tight end. We have Jordan Reed, who has now regressed down to a 75 overall. So maybe we decide to get a backup tight end to Chris Herndon at some point in the draft. Defensive wise, we're going to have to replace Jonathan Allen. I think Jonathan Allen is not going to return just because we don't have the money for him to return. Very unfortunate, man. So Jonathan Allen, I think, is going to go, which means we have a right end currently in Kent Terry, or left end that we moved to the right side, but we might need some help on that defensive line, maybe some depth. You see the rest of our defensive tackles are not very good at all. So I think that's kind of the game plan, but we're on a budget. We are definitely on a budget, man. So let's take a look at re-signings. Obviously, the last chance. Jonathan Allen wants a 4-year deal for $68 million. That will put us negative. Like, if we just offered him, if we offered him a $6 million contract, we're negative. So there's no way we can even afford Jonathan Allen at this point. So all of these guys are basically going to have to go. I think that includes Max Smart. Maybe we could get Max Smart in. But we're also going to have to clear out space. So I'm going to be releasing some guys. This is the problem, man. This is where the real difficulty comes. Once you build that team and then all those players you got start wanting to get paid, you're going to have to get rid of some guys, man. And then we pay the quarterback. Pay a quarterback, that makes things a lot more difficult too. So we'll try to maybe see if we get Max Smart a little bit cheaper. He's not interested in signing. All right, so he's going to go. And everybody else on this list is going to go, man. So we'll go ahead and advance it, and then we'll start releasing some guys. All right, guys, so we advanced. We're now looking at it. We technically have $1 million to spend. We have $6 million in cap space, but we have $5 million of that reserved for rookies, man. So this is a time where I did not want to get rid of Khalil Mack at all. He regressed down to a 92 overall, so he's still above, you know, that 90 threshold that I was kind of looking for. But he's $23 million, man. Maybe we could snag a pick. That might be something we look at. Landon Collins, I don't think is going anywhere, man. Even though we could save, so I have a sort about how much money we could save if we trade or get rid of him. Quincy Wembley, we'll lose $52 million if we get rid of Haskins. All right, so that's not going to happen. So Rashawn Gary, $5 million. Jordan Reed, we take a $2 million cap penalty next season, but we get $5 million in savings. I think we're going to go ahead and release Jordan Reed and ensure that we do get a tight end at some point, either in the draft or in free agency. I just don't think Jordan Reed's going to give us a lot back when it comes to trading. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to release Jordan Reed, man. It's unfortunate. He's done a lot for us, but it's just that time, man. We do not have the funds. We are literally broke right now. Let's see what else we could potentially try to do. Maybe we get rid of Samaje Perine. Man, this is tough because we don't save a ton of money. We could get $700,000 by getting rid of Troy Apke right here. Maybe we do that. Let's do that because we don't have any penalty for getting rid of him, man. So Troy Apke's been with us since the beginning. We're gonna have to let him go right now. Khalil Mack. Dang, man, this one hurts my soul. So Khalil Mack, we have 46 players, so we really don't need a lot of guys. Let's see who's out there at outside linebacker. Von Miller's out there, left outside linebacker, who will definitely be cheaper. I mean, we'll save almost $13 million going with Von Miller. I don't know. Maybe we do that. It's not a lot of great guys out there, but let's go ahead and let's trade Khalil Mack and try to give us some cap flexibility. All right, guys, so we have officially traded away Khalil Mack to the Cincinnati Bengals, man. So we're shipping out Khalil Mack, Mallard, who is a 61 overall right end, as well as one of our backup right guards, in exchange for a first and a second round draft pick. So we don't have a third round pick, but we do get back a first and a second. So we have 2 1s now, 2 2s. That kind of makes up for us missing that 3, a 4, a 6, and a 7. So that gives us a little bit of flexibility. We'll still see now if we need to do anything in terms of moving away from Clint Porter. Maybe we hold on to Porter one more season and develop him and then try to move him. But when it comes to the salary, I don't know if this will update right away. We get a lot more space. Our rookie reserve, because we got another first rounder, went up $5 million, but we should have about $26 million to play with. So hopefully that helps us and gives us a little bit more flexibility. All right, so these are the top free agents. So we'll just go through it and kind of figure out where we want to go from there. Tyron Smith, 92 overall. Then, of course, Jonathan Allen, Von Miller, Stephon Gilmore, Justin Roseman, Eddie Goldman, Isaiah Wynn, Rodney Hudson, Kevin Zeitler, Marvin Cruz. If you guys don't remember, if you've been watching this, Marvin Cruz was a running back that we wanted in the first draft of the series. He went to Pittsburgh. I guess his time in Pittsburgh has ran its course, man. So he is out there, but it looks like he has some teams bidding for him. I'm not quite sure. We'll put the bid in on him, but that is somebody who is there. You have a couple of right tackles. Cam Newton is a free agent at the age of 35, but looks like the Panthers are still trying to get him back. But the Jaguars slightly have a better offer right now. You have Anthony Barr, Derrick Henry's out there with no offers at all on the table. Desmond Trufant. So you have some guys, Eli Apple, James White, not the greatest class in the world. My guy, A.J. Brown, not the greatest class in the world. But we'll go through position by position and see if we can find some guys that can help out this team. All right, guys, so these are the offers that we put out with the money that we have available, man. We put out a 1-year deal worth $8 million for Von Miller. He's looking for 1 year, $10 million. Trying to be a little bit cheap, but we're his only offer, so we'll see if he bites on that one. Max Smart, by far the #1 fullback on free agency. we went ahead and we tried to get our guy back, man. So we gave him a 3-year deal instead of the 2-year deal. Now that we have a little bit more funding, we'll see if we can pull that off. Lorenzo Carter, a very, very cheap deal. 2 years, $6.7 million. We need to get a left outside linebacker. So either him or Von Miller. We'll see if we can get either one of them. Tyquan Lewis is a guy we just need at right end. Right now we have Bush, but if we can get an upgrade at the right end spot, trying to now replace some of our guys, I think that would definitely be an improvement. Then Daquan Jones is another guy who could maybe add some depth at the defensive tackle spot. So we went ahead and gave him a 1-year deal also, and we'll see if anybody accepts it. All right, so we had 3 people accept. So we locked in Von Miller for 1 season, significantly cheaper than Khalil Mack. Not as good, but still a very, very good guy coming off the edge for us. We did sign Tyquan Lewis, and we got our fullback Max Smart back. So I'm gonna count that as a win. All right, guys. So we decided to pull the trigger on yet another trade. So we're gonna send over Armstead, one of the receivers that we had, as well as Travis Crosby. I know we're giving up a pretty decent right tackle that we could play at right guard, man. But we get Pharaoh Kenho, who I think could be a very, very solid free safety who was on the trade block, and we get a 2nd-round pick next season. So we go take a look at Pharaoh, man. He is a guy who played okay for the Dolphins this season, but you're looking at free safety. We have one in Monte Nicholson. I don't think we need to move on there, but he is a superstar at the age of 24. He doesn't have any abilities yet until he's an 80 overall, but he's only 3,800 points XP away from upgrading every single time. Has the 90 speed you look for, has solid zone coverage with the 79. So I think having somebody like this could help us out, and he could be a guy that maybe we decide could crack into the starting lineup at some point when or if we move on from Monte Nicholson at some point. So just kind of getting that extra depth. We can also move him around the field. So I think that was important for us, and we pick up a 2nd-round pick. And then at the right tackle spot, I just felt like we had some depth there. So we still have Tyler Pendleton, we still have Cordavius Stewart. So I felt good about that trade, man. So that's one move that we did. When I looked at the rest of the trade block, I was really just looking through the trade block to see who we could go get. There was really nobody else that interested me except for Pharaoh. So that's the move we decided to make. I don't think it's bad, man, at all. We look at the rest of our free agents to see if we're getting outbidded for anybody right now. Lorenzo Carter still has no offers. Either does Daquan Jones. So that's very good. All right, so after the next advance, nobody signed with us, which was pretty much expected at this point. But we have to decide if we want to pick up the 5th-year option on Will Sampson. And we just looked at him, man. Very, very solid. He's going to want a lot of money. And I don't know if we want to pay him top $10. So, we're going to pass on the 5th-year option because remember, you have to pay him top 10 money if we decide to do that. So we don't tend to keep him, consider trading him to another team before the deadline. I mean, he's a very solid guy. Maybe we decide to bring him back at some point, but we're not going to do it. Now, Martavis Boss, I think we will pick up his 5th year, at least for one more season. So we'll pick up his 5th-year option for sure. Martavis Boss, I think, has played well for us. He's done a lot of different things. So I don't know, man. So very, very solid with Will Sampson. I just feel like we could maybe find somebody that could replace him at some point. Really an 81 overall. Great pass protector. Solid guy, man. He's not bad at all. Maybe if he's cheap enough, maybe we'll try to sign him to a long-term deal instead of that 5th-year option. But we'll see how much he wants. And then for us, Martavis Boss is the kid I like, man. 26 years old. We get him for one more season. He'll be 27. At that point, we can make the decision. But with that 97 speed, I mean, that's something that's hard to really find. So that's really the decision for those. All right, guys. So ultimately, Daquan Jones and Lorenzo Carter, they decided to reject our offers, which is fine. We didn't really expect them to sign, but we are basically ready for the draft week. I'm going to do last-minute scouting to see if I can find anybody, but this is basically our draft board heading into the actual draft. So Cameron Covington, to me, I think he's the best player in the entire draft. He could come up and bump and run. The bench press, you want that to be a little bit higher, but his press rating, I think, will be enough, man. Man coverage is there. The awareness is there. Runs a 4.28. So this kid is a burner, but he's not just a burner. He has the 3-cone and the 20-yard shuttle, so you know the agility and the acceleration is also there. He could jump 36-inch vertical, not bad. So we'll take that with that speed. Maybe he can get some interceptions. Now, will he be available? I doubt it. Maybe we could potentially try to move up to get him. We do have 2 first-rounders. I don't know, man. We'll see how that works come draft day. That is a possibility. Maybe we do take maybe the 17th pick or 32nd pick, try to pair that with some of these second rounders. Maybe we try to move up to him. I think this kid is going to be very, very good. Fed Candace is my guy I also want to go with. I think if we go tight end, he has some speed. The spectacular catches up there. He's 6'6". I think that will help. Tristan Trope, he's not bad either. Runs a 4.57. The spectacular catch isn't there. He's more of a catch and traffic guy, it looks like, for right now. So out of these 2 guys, and Fed Candace is a year younger. So that's mainly our guys. We do have some middle linebackers. I'm not sure. James Martin is a guy I think we could potentially go with. I just don't know if he'll be there. I don't think he's worth trading up for. Torrey Fields, I think, is the best running back in the class. Now, will we draft him? I'm not quite sure. It just depends if everybody else is like not available when we go up there. I think Connor Stewart is one of the best wide receivers in this group. I don't think we need to go wide receiver, but this is basically our guy. A guy we want to get late for sure is Justin Castillo. This kid, early first-round talent, late fourth-round grade. We have to make sure, even if we get him in round 3 or 2, 40 reps on the bench. This kid looks incredible, man, and we can move him to left tackle, and that can fill in that void at some point. So that's basically our board. So I'll just spend the last 200 points, see if we can find a diamond in the rough. But those are the main guys we're looking at early. All right, so before we get into the draft, this is the free agency recap, man. You still have Eli Apple out there. But really, I think all of the good guys who went did go. So Tyron Smith signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. Jonathan Allen signed with the Cincinnati Bengals. So they're just getting a lot of our guys this year. Stephon Gilmore is going to the Jets. Justin Rosemead, the Bears. Eddie Goldman going to the Philly. Let's see, Rodney Hudson going to our division. So is Zeitler. So the Giants really building up the offensive line. Marvin Cruz, he's going to Jacksonville. So is Cam Newton. Okay. So Jacksonville had a pretty solid offseason. They re-signed Telvin Smith. The Eagles are going to get Derrick Henry, so we'll get to see Derrick Henry twice a year. A.J. Brown going to the Colts. So this is where basically all the top guys went. Of course, for us, we just got Von Miller, Max Smart, and Tyquan Lewis. I think all of them were pretty good picks. All right, guys, so I tried to move up, but really wasn't a lot of interest. I was trying to move a first-round pick and 2 second-round picks, see if we can move up to a couple of these top teams. Didn't that happen? So we'll go through the first couple of picks, and then we'll even see who goes and if we want to move up at all or not. So the first pick in the draft is Anthony Stefano's first pick in the draft, 75 overall middle linebacker. The Jets, I don't think they need a cornerback, but with their second pick overall, they go Alex Njoku, 75 overall right end. That was somebody that we had on our board. I just didn't think he'll fall to us. The Dallas Cowboys in the division, who do they go? They go with Julius Coleman, so 73 overall left end. I'll try again with the Raiders, Titans, Eagles, and Colts to see if we can move up. All right, guys, so after being rejected a few more times, we're going to continue with the draft and see where people go. So Connor Stewart is going to Oakland, 77 overall. He was the guy I felt was the best receiver in this draft class. So far, the best player in the draft class. The Titans, they're going to go with Cameron Covington. That's what we thought. They needed one. He's a 78 overall. Our number 1 guy on the board. He is gone. So no need for us to try to trade up at this point. We'll keep going through and see where everybody goes. James Martin, another guy we had D-tackle. He goes to Philly. We have to play him twice a year. Jordan Scipione, he's going to go to the Colts, 76 overall. So far, no tight ends off the board, which is good. A surprising pick was Steven Newkirk at wide receiver. Wow, he goes to the Lions. Super early, was not expecting that one. Tristan Trout, so a tight end goes, and he goes to San Francisco. So we missed out on one tight end, But we'll see if we can get somebody to fall to 17. So the Steelers, they get a solid linebacker. Not bad at all. Bruce Burns goes to the Patriots, 73 overall. Houston Texans go with a running back, DJ Watson, 75 overall out of Clemson. He is going to Houston. The Los Angeles Chargers go with the tight end that we wanted, Fed Candiz, 76 overall. He is off the board before we get a chance to try to grab him. So our guys are falling off quickly. Terrence Wilson, wide receiver, going to Chicago. The Arizona Cardinals, Nathan Prince, the first 60 overall guy, 67 overall guy taken so far. So one pick before us, the Giants, division rivals, they go with Nate Kim, another guy that we potentially could have wanted. So go to our draft board right now. We have Torrey Fields here, but really a lot of the guys that we wanted are gone right off the jump, man. So we might want to have to reach unless we go with Torrey Fields. This is our draft board. Like, I feel like 17 for a running back when he's not going to be the number one guy for us is reaching a little bit, but he looks solid. He looks very solid, man. And of course the injury issues. We already have 2 running backs, but we could have a 3rd running back. Other than that, I feel like even for Steven Barth, he's a blocking tight end. I don't know, man. Let's see what the offers are if we trade back. We're getting 2nd round picks. These offers suck, man. Yeah, I'm not in love with really any of these offers. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to just grab a running back who I just think is really just best available at this time. Number 2 overall on the board. We don't need a quarterback. So Torrey Fields, man, welcome to Washington. Let's see what you are. 81. Oh, we got the number 1 guy. No way. Yo, hidden development, 21 years old. I mean, we just went there because we just went best available. 91 speed, 92 acceleration, 92 agility. So acceleration is there. The speed is solid. 70 trucking, 81 juke, and 79 spin. But we could improve on that. 81 catching. So this guy is a true 3rd down back right away. Just right away, he's going to be there. 81 catching traffic, 80 short route running. Injuries, okay, at an 89. We got something here, man. We definitely got something here. And I'm not mad at it at all. So, great first pick for us. It was a guy that we just had no idea, man. We just went with it. The Falcons miss on the center, 61 overall. We'll go through the whole 1st round, and then we'll start going to our picks. We do pick again at the last pick in the 1st round. Axel Shelby, 74 overall. Free safety going to the Saints. We have Rohan, tight end, going to Buffalo. All right. Oh, did we sim to ours? My mistake, guys. We sim to our pick. Wow. I was trying to go one by one. So we'll go through the recap at the end. Clearly my mistake, man. So we'll look at our draft board, see who's still out there at this spot. So we pick again in the 2nd round. I like this Justin Castillo guy. We might go get him in the 2nd round just to ensure that we get him. But with this pick here, there's nobody round 1 that's here. Of course, we got the last pick in the round. So we need a tight end at some point. Maybe we could get Wayne Weber later. Let's go and get some extra help on the defensive line, I'm guessing. I think Kenya Barkley. Now, the thing with him, we run that 3-4. Maybe we can stand him up and move him to left outside linebacker with that 4.7 speed. He has the finesse moves. We'll do it and see. I don't know where his zone coverage is going to be like, but we'll do it and see, man. So 72 overall, speed rusher, 26 in true talent. Not complaining. I don't know if it'll show us his it won't show us his coverage right here, but I think we might move him to outside linebacker and kind of see where he fits in, because as a run stuffer 3-4 guy, I don't really think he fits that role. But it's just one of those situations again where we're just really going best available. So we'll go to our next pick, or not the next pick. We want to go to our next pick. Next pick again, 17. We have 2 picks here in this round. So let's look at our draft board again. Castillo's still there. Do we wait or do we just go grab him? Nobody here that's crazy. So let's just go get our guy at right tackle. Let's go get him and see what happens, man. 77 overall, normal development, but he's 6th in true talent. At right tackle, he has solid pass blocking, solid run blocking. I like the strength. The strength is great for us, so we could improve on that. So we got a solid guy at tackle for us. So not going to complain there. We're going to go down to our second round pick. Now we don't have a 3rd rounder, so this is our last pick until the end of the 4th round. For some reason, Clarence Strong is still sitting on the board. Runs a 4.6 40. I don't know if we go get another backup. I don't know how good he is. We haven't scouted him at all. But at this spot in the 2nd round, I think we're reaching for anybody. I mean, we could go Brandon Adams and get us a solid defensive tackle for depth, or we could just get hope. I mean, that's what we did last year with Clint Porter. I mean, he killed the combine. There's a reason why he fell. We're going to go Clarence Strong. He'll be a 3rd quarterback, maybe 2nd quarterback. Maybe this allows us to trade Clint Porter. And 71 overall with hidden development. So we are doing all right so far. He's not as good as Clint Porter, but that allows us to trade away Clint Porter and feel like we have a decent backup. So that might be the route that we go with, but we get Clarence Strong. No complaints so far, really, with this whole draft. So let's go ahead and go to the 4th rounder. And let's see, man, 59 overall quarterback just went. That's kind of scary. We don't want to start getting 50 overall guys. This is our draft board, right? Basically right now. Already depleted at some point. So we'll go Max Christie. I think out of the 2, this is the one I preferred. Run blocking, pass block power, lead block. We'll go ahead and just get some more depth. Well, we could get a true right guard. 70 overall, but we got him 37 overall true talent. We got him this late. Strength, not the greatest. Not in love with the pick, but it's just depth. It's depth that I think could help us in the long run. I think we're going to be off the draft board, guys. We're going to just be drafting guys at this point. We have a left outside linebacker. We'll go here. Nothing great. Hopefully high 60s. 61. So I think our first, it says a good pick. So I guess at this point, it just didn't have a lot of depth in the draft class. So on to our last pick, for us at least. The Redskins are now. Let's see where we end up going. I doubt anybody's here. I mean, Jeff Sampson's here. I don't know if we want to go another outside linebacker. Maybe we do. Look at who's all available. Nobody that we really scouted or that we looked at and liked. So I guess let's just stick to our draft board. I mean, we could get a strong safety who ran a 4.44. So let's just go with this. Get a guy with speed. 59 overall. All right, so he's not going to do much for us, man. And that is our draft. What do you guys think? Oh, we got one more pick. Psych. I was just playing. We got another pick. Now let's go Jeff Sampson. Mr. Irrelevant. 62 overall. We'll take it, man. So what do you guys think of our draft? Here's the recap. Torrey Fields. Barkley. We had an 81 overall right out the jump. I think was great. Kenyon Barkley, okay. At left end, we got a solid right tackle with 77 overall. 71 quarterback, Max Christie, and then it kind of went down from there, but I think it was okay. So we'll go through the first couple rounds to see where everybody exactly went, since I accidentally simulated it after our pick. So of course 1 through 17, you guys already know where you guys went. Then we had Sellers, Axel Shelby, Adam Heineman, I think was the top quarterback off the board, 74 overall. Julian Drake went 70. Farrell Jones, Derek Ricks, Deontay Clement. We had Deion Waters who went in the first round. Also Kevin Babb going in the first round. Alvin Torres going in the first round. Rohan went in the first round. And then round 2, you have Forrest Buck, who dropped a little bit. Tyler Highfield going to the Jets, 64 overall. Here we go. Bryce Boudreaux, running back, brother of our kicker. He went to the Titans, 72 overall. So Titans getting a couple of guys that we wanted. Puka Johnson going to Pittsburgh. Spencer James drops a little bit, but he's going to Atlanta. And I think we might start phasing people out. Clarence Strong, I think, could have been the last guy of the subscribers that went so far. Obviously, we picked him. But maybe we could get some draft picks in the future. And I think that's basically every subscriber. I don't think we missed. If we went this late, something definitely went wrong because everybody was projected first round pick. So, yeah, man, that is our squad. That is our squad right now. 84 overall. So we went in at 87 overall. Our defense dropped. Our offense stayed the same. But I think we're okay. Clint Porter, I think, could potentially be moved. He will be at some point. And then Strong, I think, could hopefully give us a few years as a decent backup. Maybe we get a first rounder, maybe multiple first rounders for Clint Porter. We'll see. At running back, we did get Torrey Fields, who I'm excited about, man. If anything, he's at least a third down back for us. We still have Dotson there as well. Our running back, our receivers, excuse me, I think they look okay. They put Strong as one of our. We have to pick some more receivers out. We'll do that before the next episode. We have a right tackle as an 80 overall tight end. I don't know. Maybe he can catch. Surprising me, man. We'll look at the depth chart. We need to go get another tight end. We did not address backup tight end. So I think that's something that we will do. But just the fact that he is one of our backup tight ends is crazy to me. 76 overall. He only has 38 catching. I don't know why they put him there, but we'll fill out the rest of the roster. That'll be something we do in the next episode. I think I don't want to make this too long, but this is basically what we have when it comes to the starters. If you guys see any gaps that we need to fill, definitely let me know. The defense, I think Von Miller is a solid replacement. We have somebody at least for another year. Cornerbacks, I think we're bringing back most of our guys, and then now we just have to fill in the depth. So we can't look at free agency yet, or I guess we can if we advance it. We'll look at free agency. If you guys see anybody we need to go get, let me know. But other than that, Harrison Smith, wow, is out there now. Positions that we're definitely going to need. We're going to need a tight end. So maybe we go with a Kyle Rudolph, maybe a Jack Doyle. None of them are really fast, but just another physical body. Maybe a Nick Wood who has 80 speed. Maybe we bring back Eddie. We'll see where we go there. And then at cornerback, just for depth reasons, Jonathan Jones has some speed. We'll go through these guys. If anybody you see that we need to go after, definitely let me know, man. But we'll go ahead and get up out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series. Let me know what you guys think about our draft and about our offseason, man. We were broke. I think we did the best we can. Looking at our salaries, we have $13 million in cap space with a $2 million cap hit next season. We have some guys we're going to have to pay. Landon Collins is there, Quincy Wembley, John Ross, Tremaine Edmonds. We're probably not going to be able to bring everybody back. Von Miller, Chris Herndon, Will Sampson. But hey, man, that's the part of the game, right? It's the business ultimately, and we're going to have to let some guys go. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series. If you have, please go ahead and leave this video a like. It truly helps me out a lot, man. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy D Lloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.